AWS Session Number 5, Part 2. ELB, AutoScaling, and CloudWatch. Notes for AWS Solution Architect and SYS Ops Certification. By Cloud Dev. 5.1 Amazon CloudWatch. Amazon CloudWatch is a monitoring and management service. CloudWatch provides you with data and actionable insights to monitor your applications, understand and respond to system-wide performance changes, optimize resource utilization, get a unified view of operational health. CloudWatch collects monitoring and operational data in the form of logs, metrics, and events, providing you with a unified view of AWS resources, applications, and services that run on AWS and on-premises servers. You can use CloudWatch to set high-resolution alarms, visualize logs and metrics side by side, take automated actions, troubleshoot issues, and discover insights to optimize your applications and ensure they are running smoothly. 5.1.1 CloudWatch benefits. Access all your data from a single platform. All distributed monitored data are collected at single location. Way to easily collect, access, and correlate these data points from individual sources in silos, server, network, database, etc., to effectively monitor applications and infrastructure resources. Amazon CloudWatch enables you to collect metrics and logs from all your AWS resources, applications, and services. From on AWS and on-premises servers. Easiest way to collect custom and granular metrics for AWS resources. CloudWatch is natively integrated with more than 70 AWS services. Automatically publish detailed 1-minute metrics and custom metrics with up to 1-second granularity. You can use AWS Systems Manager to install a CloudWatch agent, or you can use the CloudWatch API to easily collect, publish, and store this data in CloudWatch. Visibility across your applications, infrastructure, and services. Improve total cost of ownership. Optimize applications and operational resources. Derive actionable insights from logs. Figure 1 How CloudWatch works. Figure 2 Resource optimization. Figure 3 Application monitoring. Figure 4 Log analytics. 5.1.2 CloudWatch feature. Easily collect and store logs. The Amazon CloudWatch log service allows you to collect and store logs from your resources, applications, and services in near real time. There are 3 main categories of logs. 1. Vended logs. These are natively published by AWS services on behalf of the customer. Currently Amazon VPC Flow logs and Amazon Route 53 logs are the 2 supported types. 2. Logs that are published by AWS services. Currently over 30 AWS services publish logs to CloudWatch. These services include Amazon API Gateway, AWS Lambda, AWS CloudTrail, and many others. 3. Custom logs. These are logs from your own application and on-premises resources. You can use AWS Systems Manager to install a CloudWatch agent. Built-in metrics. Amazon CloudWatch allows you to collect default metrics from more than 70 AWS services. Custom metrics. Amazon CloudWatch allows you to collect custom metrics from your own applications to monitor operational performance, troubleshoot issues, and spot trends. User activity is an example of a custom metric you can collect and monitor over a period of time. You can use CloudWatch Agent or the Put Metric Data API action to publish these metrics to CloudWatch. Will be available at up to 1-second frequency. 5.1.3 FAQ CloudWatch. What is Amazon CloudWatch? Amazon CloudWatch is a monitoring service for AWS cloud resources and the applications you run on AWS. You can use Amazon CloudWatch to collect and track metrics, collect and monitor log files, and set alarms. What is Amazon CloudWatch Logs? Amazon CloudWatch Logs lets you monitor and troubleshoot your systems and applications using your existing system, application, and custom log files. With CloudWatch Logs, you can monitor your logs, in near real time, for specific phrases, values, or patterns. What kinds of things can I do with CloudWatch Logs? CloudWatch Logs is capable of monitoring and storing your logs to help you better understand and operate your systems and applications. You can use CloudWatch Logs in a number of ways. Real-time application and system monitoring. You can use CloudWatch Logs to monitor applications and systems using log data. For example, CloudWatch Logs can track the number of errors that occur in your application logs and send you a notification whenever the rate of errors exceeds a threshold you specify. Long-term log retention. You can use CloudWatch Logs to store your log data indefinitely in highly durable and cost-effective storage without worrying about hard drives running out of space. The CloudWatch Logs agent is supported on Amazon Linux, Ubuntu, CentOS, Red Hat Enterprise Linux, and Windows. Does the CloudWatch Logs agent support IAM roles? Yes. What is Amazon CloudWatch Logs Insights? Amazon CloudWatch Logs Insights is an interactive, pay-as-you-go, and integrated log analytics capability for CloudWatch Logs. It helps developers, operators, and systems engineers understand, improve, and debug their applications by allowing them to search and visualize their logs. Logs Insights is fully integrated with CloudWatch, enabling you to manage, explore, and analyze your logs. You can write queries with aggregations, filters, and regular expressions to derive actionable insights from your logs. You can also visualize time series data, drill down into individual log events, and export your query results to CloudWatch dashboards. What is the retention period of all metrics? 1 SEC 3 HRS. 1 minute 15 days. 5 minutes 63 days. 1 HR 455 days. The minimum resolution supported by CloudWatch is 1 second data points. Can I delete any metrics? No. Will I lose the metrics data if I disable monitoring for an Amazon EC2 instance? No. Can I access the metrics data for a terminated Amazon EC2 instance or a deleted Elastic Load Balancer? Yes, 15 months. What is a custom metric? You can use Amazon CloudWatch to monitor data produced by your own applications, scripts, and services. What resolution can I get from a custom metric? Default 1 minute, 15 10 60 60 *x. 5.2 AutoScaling. AutoScaling basics. AutoScaling components. Groups. Configuration templates. Scaling options. Benefits of AutoScaling. Better fault tolerance. Better availability. Better cost management. Covering variable need. Example, web app architecture. Example, distributing instance across AZs. AutoScaling lifecycle. 5.3 AutoScaling basics. Following are supported services for AutoScaling. Amazon ECS services. Spot fleet requests. Amazon EMR clusters. AppStream 2.0 fleets. DynamoDB tables and global secondary indexes. Aurora replicas. Amazon SageMaker endpoint variants. Custom resources. AWS AutoScaling monitors your applications and automatically adjusts capacity to maintain steady, predictable performance at the lowest possible cost. AWS AutoScaling makes scaling simple with recommendations that allow you to optimize performance, costs, or balance between them. AWS AutoScaling is available at no additional charge. 5.4 AutoScaling plans. 5.5 Maintain current instance levels. You can configure your AutoScaling group to maintain a minimum or specified number of running instances at all times. To maintain the current instance levels, AutoScaling performs a periodic health check on running instances within an AutoScaling group. When AutoScaling finds an unhealthy instance, it terminates that instance and launches a new one. 5.6 Manual scaling. You only need to specify the change in the maximum, minimum, or desired capacity of your AutoScaling group. AutoScaling manages the process of creating or terminating instances to maintain the updated capacity. Manual scaling out can be very useful to increase resources for an infrequent event, such as the release of a new game version that will be available for download and require a user registration. 5.7 Scheduled scaling. Sometimes you know exactly when you will need to increase or decrease the number of instances in your group, simply because that need arises on a predictable schedule. Periodic events such as end of month, end of quarter, or end of year processing, and also other predictable, recurring events. Scheduled scaling means that scaling actions are performed automatically as a function of time and date. 5.8 Dynamic scaling. AutoScaling has several components that need to be configured to work properly: a launch configuration, an AutoScaling group, and an optional scaling policy. ASG Dynamic scaling policies. Target tracking scaling. The preferred one to use, this should be the first one we should consider. If you are scaling based on a utilization metric. Step scaling. Simple scaling. The ELB service does not consume an IP address. AutoScaling ensures FT and availability. For unstable scaling behavior, that is scaling multiple times frequently, the following things can be done. Increasing AutoScaling cooldown timer value would give scaling activity sufficient time to stabilize. Modify the CloudWatch alarm period that triggers scaling activity. Default cooldown period is 300 SEC. Port-based routing is supported by Application Load Balancer. AWS Certification Manager provides certificate to ELB. Connection draining enables the load balancer to complete in-flight requests made to instances that are deregistering or unhealthy. ASG termination policy. Oldest launch configuration. Closest to next billing hour. Random. 5.9 AutoScaling components. 5.9.1 Launch configuration. A launch configuration is the template that AutoScaling uses to create new instances, and it is composed of the configuration name, Amazon Machine Image, AMI, Amazon EC2 instance type, security group, and instance key pair. 5.9.2 Auto-scaling group. 5.9.3 Scaling policy. 5.9.4 Amazon EC2 Auto-scaling lifecycle hooks. Lifecycle hooks enable you to perform custom actions by pausing instances as an auto-scaling group launches or terminates them. When an instance is paused, it remains in a wait state until either you complete the lifecycle action using the complete lifecycle action CLI command or complete lifecycle action API action, or the timeout period ends, 1 hour by default. Lifecycle hooks feature makes instance production ready. Install software, patches, customize application, and configurations. Lifecycle hooks keeps instance wait state. Pending wait or terminating wait. You can perform custom action using Lambda function or custom script. By default, the instance remains in a wait state for 1 hour, and then the auto-scaling group continues the launch or terminate process. 5.9.5 Auto-scaling troubleshooting. EC2 instance launch failures. Issue. Error message. Auto-scaling group. Auto-scaling group and LT auto-scaling group name and GT not found. Availability zone. The requested availability zone is no longer supported. Please retry your request. AWS account. You are not subscribed to this service. Please see https://aws.amazon.com. Block device mapping. Invalid device name upload. Launching EC2 instance failed. Block device mapping. Value, and name associated with the instance storage device and GT, 4-parameter virtual name is invalid. Block device mapping. EBS block device mappings not supported for instance store AMOS. Instance type and availability zone. Your requested instance type, and instance type and GT, is not supported in your requested availability zone, and instance availability zone and GT. Key pair. The key pair and AF pair associated with your EC2 instance and GT does not exist. Launching EC2 instance failed. Launch configuration. The requested configuration is currently not supported. Placement group. Placement groups may not be used with instances of type M1.large. Launching EC2 instance failed. Security group. The security group and name of the security group and GT does not exist. Launching EC2 instance failed. Service link role. Client.internal error, client error on launch. AMI issues. Issue. Error message. AMI ID. The AMI ID and LT ID of your AMI and GT does not exist. Launching EC2 instance failed. AMI ID. AMI and LTAMI ID and GT is pending, and cannot be run. Launching EC2 instance failed. AMI ID. Value, and AMI ID and GT, 4-parameter virtual name is invalid. Architecture mismatch. The requested instance type's architecture, I386, does not match the architecture in the manifest for AMI 6622F00F, x86_64. Launching EC2 instance failed. Load balancer issues. Issue. Error message. Cannot find load balancer. Cannot find load balancer and our launch environment and GT validating load balancer configuration failed. Instances in VPC. EC2 instance and instance ID and GT is not in VPC. Updating load balancer configuration failed. No active load balancer. There is no active load balancer named and load balancer name and GT updating load balancer configuration failed. Security token. The security token included in the request is invalid. Validating load balancer configuration failed. Capacity limits. Issue. Error message. Capacity limits. And number of instances and GT instance, S, are already running. Launching EC2 instance failed. Insufficient capacity in availability zone. We currently do not have sufficient instance type and GT capacity in the availability zone you requested, and requested availability zone and GT. The security group and name of the security group and GT does not exist. Launching EC2 instance failed. The security group specified in your launch configuration might have been deleted. The key pair and AF pair associated with your EC2 instance and GT does not exist. Launching EC2 instance failed. The key pair that was used when launching the instance might have been deleted. The requested configuration is currently not supported. Some options in your launch configuration might not be currently supported. Auto-scaling group and LT auto-scaling group name and GT. The auto-scaling group might have been deleted. Not found.